pull off the avatar. I'm not dyeing it blue. We can't access your vid.
But why would you do that?
No, we're good. No, we're good. I got a message, but it's good. I'm saying I'm not gonna dye my hair blue like the arrow in the cartoons. But if it's gonna grow in 4 days, then like why not try and incorporate it into the haircut? Because I look, bro, I got the haircut 2 days before I got the braids. And by like day 2 of the braids, it was back. It was back. And so
I
I
mean,
was like,
at that point, you might as well get sideburns like it's 1970, bro. Like,
sideburns.
yeah,
Where did
no.
sideburns come from?
Okay, so most people have sideburns coming down that they don't let grow out. They ask you before you do. No, during your haircut, they'll be like, "Do you want to keep the sideburns or get rid of them?" If we doing that, why would you even like? What is the point of you having the widow's peak? Like, I don't think it would. It just wouldn't look good. It
I
wouldn't
don't
look
know
good.
what the point is. I didn't make the widow's peak. I didn't ask for it to be. It just comes like this is why I started growing my hair out. It was because when you have a bald fade with the widow's peak, you look crazy after 4 days. You look crazy after 4 days. You can't get like you can't have a fresh cut for a week. It's impossible.
Do you think after you cut your hair, you just gonna go bald like that? You just gonna grow your hair out till you're 40 and then just chop it off?
I'm gonna keep my hair as long as possible, and then we'll see. I'm not gonna like get the restorative or get the Beijing or the black ice. I'm not doing that. I'm secure enough in my manhood that I don't need black paint across my forehead and on my sideburns dripping down my. In Florida heat, yo, you got that stuff on in Florida heat. You're going to
And
be like looking
nah,
nuts by
they got
noon.
the white. They got the white line too.
Even more okay, so that's how they combat it. They put the white line over the black to make sure that it stays within the little. Bro, it's crazy down here. It's nuts. This is episode 43. Yo, last week I said this is episode 24.
I know.
I said,
I,
and I was.
I
Did you know when I said it?
no, because I just kept it rolling. I wasn't paying attention.
Neither was I, bro. Neither was I. This is episode 43 of the Rather Than Rhymes podcast. I'm your host, AJ Hughes, and I'm here with my co-host, Antonio Hughes. And this week, I wanted to get right into the music. Naming segments is the hardest thing for me right now. Like, I'm trying to find something catchy that don't sound corny. Like, Hot or Not sounds corny to me. I don't want to call it that. But I want to play the new songs for you that came out, and I want to get your reaction live to them. What do you say to that?
Sorry, sounds good. Sorry, I was thirsty. My bad.
No, you're good. Okay. So first, we have JT released her solo single named Sideways, and I think this is her first solo song. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna play it and then we'll talk about it.
She's definitely released another solo song. I think I'm gonna look while you're playing it.
You can. What did you think of that?
I think it sounded solid. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how JT kind of does her own thing. Because doesn't Young Miami have a show right now? Or am I wrong
You
about
said
that?
a show?
Yeah,
You did a
or is that
show?
JT?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Carisha, please. Carisha, please.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I feel like Carisha, at least she's trying to take her career in one way, and I kind of want to see what JT does. So I'm interested to keep listening. But I thought the beat came on good. I don't know. I got to listen to the rest of the song to know if I really like the verse. If I'm being honest.
I like the way she sounds on records. I like her voice. Some female rappers, I'd be like, bro, do I just like this woman or do I like what she's saying and how she's saying it? You know what I'm saying? And I think here it's both. Because I've been a
It's
JT
definitely
fan.
both.
But I feel like her tone on this is dope. And I think she was the better rapper out of the two of them anyway. And I think this single, hopefully this leads to a project. Because I do think she was the better rapper of the two. And I like this song. And I feel like a good project would honestly do better than the last City Girls album, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I think she'll have a project come soon. I think she's kind of been rolling out. Like we said, they kind of have been building their separate personas and their separate brands, I guess you could say. So I definitely think this will be something that she's gonna heavily lean into, but you do see on there it still has the City Girls and JT, so at least they're still going to be working together a little bit. I do enjoy that though.
Carisha needs to just put microphones away. Maybe she's good at the pod, but it seems like she don't want to do it. If she don't want to
Yeah.
do it, then it's like I feel like at a certain point as a rapper or a personality, if you just don't enjoy it anymore, just take your money and go make more money not doing that. Like I don't get it. It's like why keep doing it?
I mean, it's kind of like the way of life, bro. It's like you could do a lot of things physically with your body, but you gonna choose to play basketball for as long as you can, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's what you love.
I
That's what
guess,
you
yeah.
know. That's what you love to do.
I wish this was a basketball pod for a minute because I got a take on LeBron that I want to get off. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but for another day. Second single, Hit Boy and Alchemist released a 3-pack called Theodore and Andre, which was interesting. You know what I'm saying? They've worked together before. They've rapped together before, but I think this was
Hmm.
definitely a surprise. So I'm gonna play you my favorite single off the EP, and let's see what you think. All right, what's that? Yeah, what'd you think?
I started laughing because I started thinking about like that thing you said about that Jay-Z line, bro. Like when I came in, I wanted to rap like common sense. Like I like Hit Boy, I like Alchemist, but I can see why some of this can't be marketable. Like sometimes it do just be sounding like they just rhyming, bro. They're just rhyming words together. But I guess I gotta go listen to it. I gotta go listen to it because I love a good Alchemist, Hit Boy, anything they put out. So I'm definitely gonna go like tune into this more.
I was gonna say that Alchemist raps like he hangs out with Action Bronson every day. He raps like he hangs out with Action, and I just feel like, and I just feel like, I feel like
Oh
he's.
my god, that's
I don't
hilarious,
want to. I
bro.
don't want to feel like I'm like coming for Alchemist because he's one of the greatest hip hop producers of all time. But you can tell that like I've seen people come out saying that they've got him to rap again, like on different projects. Like I think it was Hit Boy and somebody. Oh, Larry June got him to rap on a project, and you can tell that he had bars written down or he was writing bars, but he hasn't like rapped consistently for a long time. It sounds like he's punching them in one at a time, like one bar at a time. Which there's nothing wrong with that because I do like this record a lot, but you can tell like he's it's early. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like getting the rust off, which is dope. Cause I think Hit Boy rap a lot. Like his flow on here is actually pretty dope. But the 3-pack is pretty cool. I liked it. I'm definitely gonna go back to it.
Yeah, I gotta check this out because I ain't get to hear it this weekend. I was bumping old stuff, bro. But and I was listening to some Nicki. I know we're not gonna talk about Nicki and Meg, but she's definitely gonna be my song of the week because I
We
feel
could
like
talk.
people
We could talk
forgot.
about that. We could talk about that. Last song though. Last song I want to
Hmm.
get into. I think Asake listens to the pod, bro. I think he
You
listens
think
to the
so?
pod. I think he heard me. I think he heard me when I said about his last song. He was like, "Hey, yo, watch this." I think
Okay.
that's what happened. All right. Last, Zlatan, who is somebody who comes up a lot recently, put out a song with
Hmm.
Ashake last week. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, but it was called Bust Down. Okay. All right. Zlatan's too far into it to get to him. But from what you heard, what did you think?
I didn't really hear much of the difference you was talking about, to be
You
honest.
didn't hear
But
it?
it sounded like I'm trying to pull up the song I'm thinking of the song it sounds like. I'm not gonna lie, but it still sounds good. I have no problems with Ashake doing the blast thing. Hey, it's like hot sauce. You can put it on everything. You keep it the same. I don't need to be no different. I'm not asking Ashake to go be Burna Boy. I'm not asking him to be Wizkid. I'm asking him to do his Thug Dizzle. I'm not
Okay.
asking for much. I'm
Okay.
fine with it.
All right. I like this song too. I feel like Zlatan's been working with everybody. He just did a song with Wizkid a
Hmm.
minute ago. He did a song with Black Bones a minute ago, which were both bangers. I like this one. I don't have much to say. I like it.
Yeah, I think it sounded good though. I had no issue with it.
All right. All week. Other than that, that came out this week that I thought was worth noting. Commas by Ira Starr. I think she's getting ready for her album to come out. She said a little while ago that 80% of her project was done. This was like a month ago, or something like that. But Commas, what did you think? Did you hear it? Any notes?
When I heard it, I kind of got that whole thing of you saying Tyler wasn't with Arya Starr yet. Like I feel like Arya Starr showed her talent on this one. She showed how good she is, and I'm excited for the project too. I like this song a lot. And I mean, content wise, like I love the content that comes out of Afro beats. Like I feel like it's way more positive than what you'll hear from a lot of genres. And I liked it. I definitely liked it a lot.
Agreed. Agreed. Do you hear anything new this weekend? Anything?
Not really. Honestly, I'm trying to think. Let me look. I don't really think I saw much though. Like I wasn't really tapped into much. I think the funny thing is I had like 3 or 4 people. I was posting music on my story like all week, just like with random pictures, stuff like that. And people kept asking me to make them playlists. So I was doing a lot of that this week.
I think you
A
should. I
lot of that.
mean, on a who cares if you make a playlist that you want to share, like that's an easy post, like, you know what I'm saying, like
Hmm.
we put it on the page and then like put the I'll talk to you about it after, but if you got one we could do that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. That's fun.
Okay. There was another song that I heard this weekend that was really weird. It was like underground boom bap UK rap. It was very odd. Like there was this guy named Squeaks. He put out a song "Picture Me Rolling" featuring Stormzy. I haven't heard Stormzy on some like underground boom bap shit, and I don't know how I feel about it. But I think you should go check it out if you like rap music, because maybe I don't know. Maybe if you like Ransom,
Hmm.
if you like Ransom, this might be your vibe. If you know what I
Oh
mean.
yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm
then
gonna go listen.
Waiting in Vain by Daniel Caesar is for the Bob Marley soundtrack. Bob Marley, the movie comes out this weekend. I'm gonna go see it. We're gonna talk about it. Um,
I'm
but
there.
yeah, that's all I had for songs. You said you wanted to talk about um, Nicki and Meg. What do you have to like? What did you
I
think
mean,
of
we
this
we
back
didn't
and
have to
forth?
talk about it. That's why I said it was we. I could just make it a part of my song for the week thing. But I mean,
Oh,
I could
okay.
say I guess I could say I think everybody is kind of doubting Nikki, bro. Like, and I feel like, how could you doubt Nikki? You know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, Meg released a real strong first song. His was a good song. I went and listened to it a couple times. And the only gripe I have with Megan Thee Stallion is bro, it's battle rap time. You still on the pussy rap to me. Like that's where my issue lies. Like I feel like she was still focused on who was fucking her, niggas talking about fucking her, like stuff like that. And for me, when I think battle rap, when I think, okay, I'm going at you one on one, it's me and you, I'm going at you head down, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to hear that, bro. Like I hear enough of it with every single release you do. Like I don't need that, right? And I feel like Bigfoot, it was kind of I can't say that because the with the beat she had to put it on, the flow didn't go right. And I feel like, but like she said at the end of the song, I don't think she wants that second installment. I don't think she really wants the smoke with Nicki. I don't feel like she's as good of a rapper as Nicki. That's just me personally. And I just don't think she's there. But
You don't think she's there? I
no. No.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think anybody on the female rap side can really rap with Nicki. I agree with what a lot of you. I agree with a lot of what you said. Um, if I was Nicki though, like I don't know. I I definitely thought a second song was coming too.
Hmm.
And if the second song wasn't coming, then I would have just waited and put out a better first song.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she kind
Cause
of just was trying to take that step out because she had to respond type of thing. But she didn't have to respond. She
right,
didn't.
right. I want more music out of it. I'm definitely that's what I'll say about it. I want more raps about it, but I feel like a lot of these end up dying in the water because of the because of the labels anyway. They're too big to fail. It's like at a certain point they're gonna stop it. Like I wanted Drake and Pusha, you know what I'm saying? And I think on Pusha's next album there will be Drake disses, but I wanted like the back and forth to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted like I think that's the last like back and forth hip hop moment in recent memory. That was like for a minute it was going, but before that it was Drake and Meek. But Drake, I don't know. I just want some real hip hop shit. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. You know the
Okay.
one before we move on, sorry. The one I thought was gonna happen just rap wise was Benny and Freddie. Like after they got in their little tiff, I thought they
Yeah,
was gonna
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
happen. I was mad about that, but yeah, we keep going.
I mean, he kind of well, his ex. You know what I'm saying? Freddie's ex did put the single out. She put a. She,
That's not what I'm talking about. I need
oh,
that
okay,
Griselda
okay,
camp
okay,
to
okay.
go at him. I needed big Bunny Rabbit. I needed him to come back too. I needed all that, bro.
Did you? So I'll talk about Benny later because I went back and listened to that again and I had some thoughts, but I want to get briefly into Gamma again.
Mm,
Okay, Gamma is a music distribution partner company. It's a music company, music tech company. We've talked about it on here before. Started by Larry Jackson, who was in charge over at Apple Music for a mad long. So he has a ton of relationships. He did the partnership with Death Row Records, and anything that's Death Row that's come out over the last, I think, year and a half has been partnered with Gamma and Snoop Dogg. Um, I wanted to briefly get into this article that I read. Shout out music business worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be right here, but whatever.
Mafia.
Yeah. Okay. So Larry Jackson's Gamma has confirmed that it is secured investment from Alpha Wave Global. News of the investment, which was first reported by MBW last month, arrived less than a year after Gamma's March 2023 launch. So this Alpha Wave Global, the reason that they're big in the investment group, I mean, the companies that they've invested in that have made them like a notable name would be Uber, the Alibaba Group, Lyft, Revolt, and then they are the financial backers of Elon Musk, the Boring Company, SpaceX, and X. So a lot of money flowing through there. But I wanted to note that Gamma is kind of doing its thing right now. Anything that's been Usher has been Gamma over the last year. So the
Hmm.
residency, the project that's coming out, which I think was pretty cool. I don't know if you saw the track list, but he had Burna Boy and Fields on there, which
Yeah, I heard that
pretty
feel song.
dope to me. He did South African remixes with the major league
Mm.
DJs who I've talked about on here too. So I like the direction that he's doing stuff in, but that's all Gamma related. Sexy Red is Gamma. And then a couple other people. He just partnered with MMG and Rick Ross a little bit ago, and Real Rhythm and Ryan's favorite, French Montana, he has also partnered with. So I just think it's cool to see new type of music business companies. I just think the model is ever changing with like streaming and tech changing. So I just thought it was worth noting that they're actually killing it.
Yeah, I think this is interesting. I think it's interesting how like on the economic side, the UAE is like coming into the space real heavy. I mean, I think that's where oil was originally like real big, but now it's like they have this, they have yeah, I forgot Live Golf. Like Live Golf is a big thing. They're heavily invested. Like I think it's crazy to see the expansion of like at least investors from different places. Like that's interesting to me on the business side. But
I think that's I think it could be two on a business note. I think it could be one or two things. I could think it could either be a sign of how they think the oil industry is going to go in the future, like that they need to diversify their investments some more, or it could just literally be we've made so much money now off of this thing, we need somewhere else to put our money and we're bored. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be
yeah,
that too. I don't know. I don't know enough about the oil industry or how the economics of oil work in the Middle East as opposed to like the rest of the world. But yeah, they're investing in they're just like spending bread like to spend bread. Like you look over there and they have a crazy amount of like shows that like just random people, like a Meek Mill and Dave show. Like random. You know what I'm saying? They just got their bread to spend. So yeah, I think the UAE is I don't know, they're gonna be big in music if they keep working with Gamma.
I definitely think they are, and I think it'll open up a lot of doors for like those independent partnerships, like they were talking about with my guy French Montana. Hey,
French
hey,
Montana. Hey, let's go. All right. The Grammys. The Grammys, bruh. I every year the Grammys come up, I try and ignore them. Every time they come up, I try and act like I don't care. But I'm like, I have no choice but to like look at them. Did you see anything about the Grammys? Did you watch the Grammys? Did you see any performances?
yeah, I saw some of the Travis and Playboy Cardi performance. I thought that was I hate Fiend. I just want everybody to know that is my least favorite song to come out in 2023, and I hate the whole idea of him doing it. And like the whole, oh, are you fiending for some more at the shows? It's stupid to me. You have a vast catalog, but I did see that. I saw that Taylor Swift won over SZA. That's a crime. SZA's SOS, I genuinely feel like it's one of the best R&B albums to come out in the past 10 years. Like genuinely, I feel like that. I feel like if you really sat there and laid out the R&B albums that have came out, it would be up there. Like it would still be up there. I'm really happy for Killer Mike. I remember when Kendrick said, oh, it was that Grammy line, bro. I can't remember the exact line, but he literally said, if y'all really want to hear real hip hop, Killer Mike would be platinum, like Killer Mike. And he mentioned him because that's real. Like Killer Mike is true, real traditional hip hop. Him, the stuff he does with Run the Jewels, really interesting to see how he was able to bring this album together, and the fact that he talked about in a lot of interviews that he spent a lot of bread on this album, and you can hear it, a lot of stuff out of his own pocket, which I really applaud him for. And I think it's great that he won Album of the Year. I mean, Heroes and Villains, real close second. Like I feel like it was up there rap wise, and the verses it had, the different features he had. Metro Boomin put out a great outputting, but I just feel like Killer Mike was a real rap album, and it was crazy. So yeah.
I'm glad. I'm so glad you're the resident hip hop head on the pod, bro, because I disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree. And I'm gonna start with best rap album, and then I'm gonna get into my gripes on everything else. I think it's like they pick and choose when popularity matters on an album or for a category, right? Like Michael is a great project, but I feel like the reception of like people listening to it should play for something. And if you
Yeah.
play that, like if that plays into it, Heroes and Villains, I would have been okay with Heroes and Villains winning. Honestly, that would have been my preference. Or even Her Loss. I think even Her
Mm.
Loss for album of the year makes a lot more sense than Michael. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that like this rapper with this album is the boom bap representative for hip hop at the moment, but it is. And it's like you look at all the rap categories, and I don't think he should have won any of them. Well, wait. So he won best rap performance. I don't think he should have won that one. Best rap album, and then he won another one. I'm not sure which one it was. Let me double check.
What what song on best rap performance do you think was that much better than what you got from Future and Andre 3000
I
on that
think
song?
Rich Flex. I think Rich Flex to me, that like that was the moment from that was like one of the best rap moments. Like quote, give me a bar off of scientists and engineers.
Give me a bar for Rich Flex.
21. Can you
That
do
doesn't
something
count.
for
No,
me?
that's the first
Yes. Yeah,
line.
it's catchy. It's catchy though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, but listen, that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter. If you can go outside and a best rap performance, you can get somebody to sing a part of the song. That shouldn't matter.
Okay, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Go ahead.
Right.
I'll give you
21.
that.
Even okay, and like if you look at this list, right?
Or
So you
wait, isn't
got
that the same song with like "Oh You Ho"? Okay, yeah, okay. I'm
all
wrong.
of
I'm wrong.
you
I'm wrong. I'm
hoes.
wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'll take
Okay,
that.
but
I'll take
even
that.
like if you go down the list, Hillbillies was a good. I like Hillbillies as a hip hop song more than Scientists and Engineers on this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they did their thing back and forth on there. Like I feel like Baby Keem is new age lyricism. It's different. It's not traditional lyricism, quote unquote, but it's definitely a song more people would know than Science. And then even like I wouldn't say I wanted this song to win, but Players by Coi Leray. It's more than like about to catch another fight. like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's I would even put that song above Scientists and Engineers. And I just hate that. I wish if this was last year and Killer Mike won, or maybe next year or something like that, I would have been on board with him winning. But I feel like those two categories for sure he shouldn't have won. Which other one did he win?
I just feel like there wasn't that much like high quality rap to come out, and Killer Mike's album was one of those albums that had high quality rap on it. But
Fair.
maybe I think I would have to really look at all the categories that he won to see if I would give him every single one, because I did think the amount he won was kind of crazy, but I
Yeah.
thought he should have at least one or two of these. I think he deserved it, bro, for the quality of rap that was coming out this year.
And he got arrested. You saw that?
Yeah, I didn't want to
That
mention
was weird.
it.
That was weird.
Yeah,
I just know I thought it was worth mentioning because it was just weird. I saw that like it was crazy. I saw a tweet that he won, and I saw a tweet of him getting taken off, and I was like, bro, this. And then I saw another tweet of somebody saying that that was coordinated in a specific way, like the way that they
uh,
coordinated with that. I don't know. Next week I'm gonna have the breakdown on that. I just thought it was really weird.
yeah,
Um, what else from here? Album of the year, Taylor Swift winning. I don't know how this re-record thing worked, right? I don't know how it worked. I know she re-recorded all her music, and all the stuff she's been putting out as of recently has been re-recorded music. And so
yeah.
to me, if this album, I have to go back and double check because when I was reading about it, I couldn't tell. It was like confusing. It was really confusing. But if this album is re-recorded music, I don't think it should qualify for the best album of that year because it didn't technically come out in that year. It got re-released in that year.
Yeah, so basically one of my ex-girlfriends explained this to me, right? So there was the version under, was it Scooter Braun? He had it. Yeah, it was the version under Scooter Braun, and it's Taylor's version. She had some of the songs were just re-recorded straight. Like I didn't do nothing new to them, but some of them she added verses, she did different stuff, she added new songs, and she was
Okay.
doing that with a couple different albums. And I think she's releasing the album on April 19th. I don't know if that one's re-recorded too. I kind of want to check into that. But she put new songs on it, and she had new versions of her old songs, which still SOS is one of the greatest R&B. Bro, you know how fast I would have been up there like Kanye West in 2008, and I would have been up there like she did not deserve this, but she literally moves the economy. So give her the Grammy.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can you do, bro?
Yeah. So many SKUs. So many
so,
SKUs.
so many SKUs, bro. So many
Uh,
SKUs. God.
Other than that, nobody from Nigeria won a Grammy last night. Burna Boy lost all four of his, which I think is horrendous. Tyler, I wish they brought Tyler out in another year, personally, just because she's like she's the label darling. She's the
Yeah.
label darling, right? She's the Shakira. She's the whoever they bring in new. That's like the one. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this year for Afrobeats, like if you look at the Afrobeats categories, I'm just like, I feel like Burna Boy should have got another one. Like best global
Yeah.
performance, I think he should have won that.
What
Who
did they
else?
have him? What song was he nominated for that? Was it Last or was it Sitting on Top of the World?
It was Alone.
It was
Alone,
Alone.
which was that was the song on the
The
Black
Black
Panther soundtrack.
Panther. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great performance. So I'm not mad at that. But best African music performance is the category that
Hmm.
um I don't. Oh, it's the category that I feel like I wish Tyler wasn't in. Like it's the song. Water's the song, so I can't argue against it. But it was "I'm a Piano" by Asake and Olamide, "City Boys" by Burna Boy, "Unavailable" by Davido and Musa Keys, "Rush" by Ayra Starr, and "Water" by Tyler. I feel like all of those four songs were songs from artists that like as somebody who just got into Afrobeats, like Ashake's "On My Piano" is a banger. Like "Unavailable" was the first song by Davido that came out, and I was like when it came out, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like I went back to his old
Yeah.
music, which doesn't really count, but this came out in the cycle, and I was like, oh, this a bop. And I saw it live, and I was like, oh, okay. And then Rush, that was her first like smash hit, and so like, congrats to Tyler, but I feel like I don't know. South Africa is like I don't want to say the equivalent to the UK as it is to America, but like taking it outside of music, if you're looking at like global partnerships or global uh like how countries work together, like
Hmm.
America, the US, I mean America like the US, UK, you got Australia, and then you got like Japan and South Africa. And there's a big music like industry in South Africa. So it makes sense that this partnership, like, it's just like a layup, it's a lob. But I'm like, bro, like this list, this is the one. This is the one where I'm like, he should have won.
Yeah, I think, and I would say, like I feel like Tyler probably has the most face value right now, but Burna Boy just sold out. Was that Madison Square Garden, bro? He sold out. He's been selling out American venues. His shows have been crazy. I literally have met like 5 or 6 people going to the Burna Boy show, either in Tampa or Atlanta. That's coming up. Like I think I don't know. The Grammys have been snubbing people forever, so I'm not really expecting them to get it right every single year. Some years they do, some years
Yeah.
they don't. You know.
Yeah. I just saw I just saw Joey Akin on Twitter talking about how and like this is so facts, bro. And I don't want to generalize black people. I hate when we do that, but that's what it felt like. He was like, we just go to LA and dance and sing to be invited, but we don't win anything. He was like, what's the point? I'm like, it kind of feel like that. It kind of feel like that because hella people got nominated, but none of them really got an actual like a win.
I'd also like to say, record of the year. I think "On My Mama" by Victoria Monet. She should have won that instead of Miley Cyrus, but we can let that go.
Yeah, that was a great song though. That was a great song.
Yeah.
Do you okay, the Lyrical Lemonade album. I want to get in this before we get out. What did you, do you have anything to say about it or should you just clear out and let me go?
I'll just say I have a couple things.
Go ahead.
Terrible
Go ahead.
beat selection. I love the video idea and the whole concept he had coming together with the suits, yellow ties, all that. Really good good branding. Um, but I just personally feel like his beat selection wasn't the greatest. I feel like some of the um collaborations he picked weren't the greatest, and obviously there's probably a couple verses on here I think that were recorded not recently. Like some of them to me sounded like that. So I think for him, it being his first time doing it, I don't think it's a terrible project, but I think with the resources he has, he could have. I think he could have made better like pairings. Like I feel like there was better ways to do this. Maybe he needed more of an A&R to help him out to do that. But I don't really. I don't know. That's kind of all I got from it. I think good
Yeah.
effort, but he could have did better.
I agree with I echo everything that you said. I agree. I also
Hmm.
think that traditionally albums, mixtapes, projects have been spearheaded by somebody on the music side of it,
Yeah.
right? It's not just it's not always just the artist, like Drake putting out an album. Like DJ Khaled he was a DJ at one point. So he was in the music at one point. So it's cool to trust his ear when crafting a lot of these projects. And I just think that like he had all these connections with all of these artists and he's listened to all the songs that come out, and so like he's emulating the sounds of a lot of the songs that he worked on, or like the songs by the artists he worked with. Like I think about like "Stop Giving Me Advice" with Jack Harlow and Dave. Like that reminds me of Churchill Downs a bit. Like it gives me that type of vibe where it's like it's almost there, but it's not really like it's not all the way there. It's not something where it's like I'm going back to bump this a lot. And I looked at the producers, Carlton McDowell and Daniel Weissman. Carlton McDowell is a producer, guitarist, and a songwriter that is from Chicago. He's worked with Skrillex, Justin Bieber, Don Toliver, and Roddy Ricch. And then this other guy, Daniel Weissman. Let me look him up. Um, I can't find much on this guy, but I say that to say I just feel like he could have gone and found like if you're gonna go as far as to like go get Eminem, go get Dave, go get Jack Harlow, go get G Herbo, like maybe ask them what producers they're working with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like maybe like go and ask them like what would this guy sound good on? Because I'm not saying he just doesn't have an ear to put together a cohesive body of work. He has the eyes to put together a cohesive group of videos. So I'm not like that's where he's like the most talented in. But I just don't think as a body of work it sounded the best. But on the other hand, I think in this new age of like trying to sell records and trying to make money as record labels, like I would be interested to see how many products that this album moved, because he released a lot of like merch, the lemonades and like different like types of products and like merch along with the albums that I feel like numbers wise increases this, because I think because it's on Def Jam you can do the bundles, and if I'm not mistaken, like if they buy a shirt that's an album, and Lyrical Lemonade fans are gonna buy like the merch. So that's why I wonder, like, even though sonically it isn't the best thing, I bet you they made a ton of money off of this project.
I could definitely see that. I just the lack of cohesion was another big thing for me. Like it just song to song, it didn't sound like it had much like cohesion to it. Like it didn't sound
Yeah.
like he put it together all at one time.
Yeah, man. Well, I think I like seeing this because I could see myself doing something like this. Not the same thing, but like the way he
Hmm.
put it together as somebody who's not the artist, I think is respectable. So for a first album, it's like it's solid. You know, it's a good first outing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. This week, what are you sharing with the people? What song are you giving the people this week?
Um, I think I'm gonna go with this isn't an old song. I'm gonna go with Chun Li by Nicki. Just to remind everybody that Nicki Minaj is still the greatest, to me, greatest female rapper ever. But I definitely say go listen to that. And then Adore You by Fred Again. We didn't mention Fred Again because we don't talk much about EDM dance, but he did win 2 Grammys. So shout out to my guy.
Yeah.
But Adore You with Fred Again, and I can't pronounce the other artist's name, but it's a black artist. I think he's from England. Next week I'll come in here and actually be able to say his name. But that one, Adore You by Fred Again, and then Chun Li to remind you niggas. So those are my two
Okay.
songs.
Okay. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. But I have two songs also because y'all can't tell me what to do. The first one, Diamonds by Wizkid. Wizkid put out a little EP a couple of weeks ago. It was 4 songs.
Mhm.
And the first song and the last song were the ones that I thought were the best. But I just turned it on a couple of days ago. And you know when like the album just go to the next song and you gonna skip it, but you just let it play by accident and that shit a banger. That's what happened to
Yeah.
me. That's what I was
Okay.
like, oh shit, like this a little interlude. It's a 2 minute interlude where he popping his shit. And I was like, oh, I had to wind it back. I had to wind it back. That was definitely a vibe. But that's the first one. And the second one, I'll say Enjoy Life by Beanie Man. Beanie Man put out a single this weekend,
Okay.
and I was surprised by it. I feel like a lot of the older reggae dancehall artists, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? It's really hit or miss. But this one I liked. So Enjoy Life by Beanie Man.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
this week, by the time this comes out, you know what I'm saying? The Black Atlantic Part 1 will be out. Why reggaeton passed up dancehall? Why dancehall could never be as good as reggaeton? That was could never be as big. Let me correct myself. I will say when I was trying to name this video, I wanted to name it why reggaeton uh can't be as big as dancehall or something to that effect. But as I started thinking about it, it like sort of pits them against each other. And that's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm trying to do if you watch the video. So definitely let me know what you guys think about that one. That one took a lot of work and I'm proud of the video. So let me know what you guys think. Anything else you want to leave the people with, Antonio?
Like, subscribe. Next week we will definitely get into this Zakari song that I did not see because I knew everybody was saying, is TD gonna release the stuff? Are they really gonna let their guys drop? I'm gonna go listen to this and let you guys know how it sounds. So
Okay.
have a good week.
Okay. You too. We out of here.